it's a little similar to last season where we have a lot of new faces on our roster again. So this time of year, it's about building a chemistry and, developing everybody. And we like what we see so far. We're excited for the Mountain West Conference season. We know there's a lot of really good teams in the league again this year, and we're excited for the challenge.
Thank you, Coach. At this time, we'll take questions from the on-site audience. I'll hand you the wireless microphone. If you're following along on the phone, you can press 14 to join the queue and ask a question. Or to withdraw a question, please press 13. Our first question.
Bubba's from Associated Press. Last year, you may not think this like this, but you probably snuck up on some people. This year, they're familiar with the way you play. So how are you going to deal with that? And other things, what are the improvements you've made with this team?
Yeah. Last year we probably did sneak up on some people. We probably snuck up on ourselves. I think we were preseason picked 7th last year in the league, and probably rightly so. But yeah, this thing is a little different this year, and there are some expectations, and that's good. It just shows our program is heading in the right direction. I feel like we've got a squad we've got 4 starters back. We've got really good leadership back. Our 2 captains returning, Grit Ryder and A.J. Newton. And how we'll be different, the newness that we have with some of our incoming players, like a Jamie Patrick sitting next to me here on the left, there's a new talent. We've added some size inside with Veronica and Alana. So I think our style will be pretty darn similar. Hopefully the results are similar. But I think you're just going to see kids out there that like to compete, and we're not going to go about this thing any differently than we did last year. I think our crew did a great job last year, just taking it one game at a time. We're not talented enough to look at it any other way. We're just not. And so the minute we look by something or a practice or a weightlifting session or whatever, we're going to start going the wrong direction. And I think our kids understand that equally as well.
Next question.
Kevin Lytle, Fort Collins, Colorado. And Coach, can you talk a little bit about the schedule and kind of you beefed it up? Is that a goal to help boost RPI and also just test yourselves and be more prepared for postseason play and that type of thing?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. We had a spectacular year last year, and really didn't get a sniff at the NCAA tournament. So we do need to grow our RPI. It's not just a CSU challenge growing our RPI. I think it's a conference challenge. I think you're going to see a lot of teams in the league try to strengthen the schedule. We have a team that we need to challenge. That's why kids come here. They want to play against really good competition, not just in league play, but in preseason. And I think we've got some challenging games in front of us right from the get-go. Hawaii, that was an overtime win for us last year on the island, and they've got a lot of kids back. We played TCU out of the Big 12 and hopefully get a chance at Colorado out of the Pac-12. We've got BYU, who was Sweet 16 last year. Cal Poly rolls in here, who was a postseason opponent or a team last year. So it's a fun schedule. It'll keep our kids on their toes. It'll keep our coaches on their toes. But we need to do that to improve a program, to improve a team. We need to do this. We're excited for it.
Thanks, Coach. Next question.
Coach, obviously you have 4 starters returning, but then a lot of new faces. In what ways do you think you guys might be different on the court than from last year?
I think we can maybe be a little more athletic on the ball. Victoria Wells will be a young lady that sees some court time this year. She sat out last year with a leg injury, and she's pretty tenacious on the ball defensively and can get out and run. And same thing with our transfer from Fresno City, Kiara Wari. Very, very athletic, a very dynamic athlete. And so that's something that we really didn't have last year that I think our kids will have fun playing with this year. So playing a little faster. If we don't turn the darn thing over a lot, I think we'll be able to do that. But then I think you'll see a lot of similarities. With the 4 starters coming back, you'll see the same toughness. I think you'll see the same chemistry that our kids possessed last year, and that's what made us a good basketball team last year was the chemistry. I don't think we went out and athleted a lot of teams or that sort of thing. It was a really good team, and the success of this group, I think, will be determined by how quickly the new kids that are going to get on that court, how well they gel and pick up what we're doing and develop.